Viewing this gorgeous 2017 BMW M2. This is a 3 litre manual, so quite an uncommon variant of the M2, as most of these have DCT. And yeah, a little bit of insight to the M2. It was released for 2016 model year, and it was actually first featured on a video game called Need for Speed, the reboot version of Need for Speed in late November, 2015. Which is quite good. And this one's finished in Long Beach Blue Metallic, which is a launch colour for the M2. And yeah, it's one of my all-time favourite BMWs. It just looks stunning. I think it looks better than the M3 and M4. And yeah, this one's also got the optional visibility pack, which gives you adaptive xenon headlights and auto high beam assist. Chrome front kidney grills as well. Come on the M2s. A few owners and people, they like to put black kidney grills and carbon outside and black mirrors, but it's nice that this one's actually original. And yeah, this one's got the 19-inch 437M jet black alloys, which came on all M2s. Very nice. It's my favourite wheel out of the M range. And yeah, definitely has an aggressive look to it being in black. You've got 380mm front and 360mm rear, cross-drilled ventilated M discs with the dark blue M calipers. And yeah, you've got gloss black window trims, black mirror surrounds, and the sun protection pack, which gives you rear sun pro glass, which is privacy, and a gradual tinted front windshield with a grey band on the top. And yeah, you've got quad sports silver tailpipes at the back. This is an M Sports exhaust, which is valved, basically stands on all the M2s, which is quite nice. Got a lot of burbles and cracks. You've got rear parking sensors, boot lid spoiler, and in the boot here, obviously all BMWs come with run flats, or most of them do. You've got a 12-volt socket here, and you've got your load floor here with your battery, and some electronics, your tyre inflation kit, and importantly your Harman Kardon amplifier with your fuse box back there. So just make sure you don't get any water back there or moisture, especially on the sunroof models. You do not want to be having a leaking sunroof in particular. So yeah, you just got to be a bit careful with that. It absolutely looks lovely. You've got the lovely rear tail lights as well, and being the Ford Gen 55 does drive really nice and is very desirable. On the interior here, we've got the black Dakota full leather interior with Long Beach blue stitching. All M2s came with this, and this one's got the £650 electric front seats with driver memory. So this gives you 2 set memory for the driver with its 2 memory cells here, 8-way electrically adjustable front seats, and 2-way electric bolster support, which already comes standard on the manual seats. But yeah, and you've got 2-way manual cushion extension here with the M logo embossed onto the rear here with your stitching, which is really nice. You've got a £675 Harman Kardon surround sound system with amplifier and sub, which is quite nice. And yeah, let's just start it up real quick. Does sound really nice. You do get some burbles. You've got electric folding mirrors as an option, auto dimming, and you've also got some nice dry carbon interior trim with Alcantara on the door panels and leather clad Dakota armrests here, which basically all M2s have. You've also got heated front seats as an option, 2-zone climate control with individual temperature and direction flow with air conditioning, cruise control. All M2s came with Pro navigation, which is quite nice. They never came with business nav, which is a benefit. And you've also got satellite navigation, which is also good. You've also got sports displays here, which show your horsepower and Newton meters, and also your service history, with this one having its full major service of spark plugs done in December 23. It's not due until the end of this year, and it's also had its running in service, which has removed obviously metal shavings you get in the oil for the M engines, because they're built with very tight tolerances and they're machined, and when you first drive the car, you need to have a running in service done, because that gets rid of all the metal and the oil. You do not want to be driving around with basically metal shavings in your oil. You've got radio, DAB, Bluetooth, which is nice, and yeah, overall ProNav is quite responsive. It's the LCI ProNav, I think it's iDrive 6 or 5, and yeah, quite short throw of a gearbox as well, quite a sporty one. That's your reverse gear up in the left corner, sort of a dead reverse gear lockout one. And yeah, this has an uncommon 6-speed manual as opposed to the 7-speed automated robot manual dual clutch transmission you get in most of them, which in my opinion isn't as nice. And yeah, you've got the auto high beam assist button here as well, and automatic adaptive headlights, as I said earlier. And I do prefer the pre-LCI dials here with a grey insert as opposed to the LCI black panel ones. I think they look a bit cheap. But yeah, you've got the engine temperature here as well, with it being blue. It's almost at the middle there. When it's at middle, I'd say it's relatively modest to drive there, without causing any decent damage to the engine. So yeah, let's just move on to the engine bonnet now. Here we've got BMW's iconic bespoke N55 M engine, especially made for the M2, and this is a 3-litre turbocharged straight 6 engine with 365 brake horsepower. It uses single twin scroll turbocharging as well, obviously just having a single turbo. And it was the N55 was the first ever engine by BMW to incorporate twin scroll turbocharging. It does have a beautiful whine to it and a nice sound to it, and it does have minimal input lag. It does, you know, when you get the RPMs up midway, it will have instant turbo spool up and high pressure. And yeah, the N55 M2 being forged benefits, not the actual block forged, but it does benefit from having forged con rods connecting you know, wrist pins, gudgeon pins and piston heads, and a few other various forged items. You can think of the forged N55 as almost being an S55. It just doesn't have the full forged engine block and the oil cooler underneath the car, which was unfortunately prone to getting damaged and spewing oil everywhere. But the M2 doesn't suffer from any of this. It is a fairly reliable engine. This one has had its charge pipe replaced earlier this year or last year, and it has had a new differential as well, so 2 less things to go wrong on the car effectively. And yeah, you've got the black trim pieces here just to stiffen the car a bit. And yeah, just let's get him out of the way. Obviously just a beautiful car. Let's just moving on to the test drive now. You guys still be test driving the M2. So obviously I've already driven bought 2 of these manuals. I haven't actually driven a DCT M2. I don't really want to either. But yeah, just after driving the manual, no, it's so good. It is honestly just brilliant. Just unbeatable, and has such a good road presence to it and such an aggressive stance. I did forget to mention M2's obviously got wider wheel arches, so it does have that more aggressive stance and the bigger wheels compared to the 235 with its 18-inch alloys. So yeah, nevertheless it is a really nice car. It just looks absolutely stunning in Long Beach. I don't know if I could even handle looking at another or buying another M2 if it's not Long Beach blue. It just is such a brilliant colour. But yeah, these just drive like a dream. They've got rev match, and the turbo spool on them is quite nice. They are quite fruity and they do pack a punch. They are rear-wheel drive, so you know, rear-wheel drive straight 6. They do have a lot of power, and when the twin scroll turbo spools up, you will get the back end sliding out if you're not careful, especially if you don't have the best quality tyres. But this one's got Conti, so it is quite good. Just adjust the seat a bit. I find it funny having electric seats, to be honest. The other ones I drove have manual seats. It's funny because when you put the backrest down, it's like yeah, you don't realise you have to click the switch to push the seat forwards instead of just sliding it. You normally just push the seat forwards. But yeah, it is really nice. Obviously you've got Pro Nav, you've got all the gizmos, you know, everything you'd want. They do come quite well spec'd standard with cruise parking sensors, and let's just put it sport, so the valves are open when the engine's warm, and only when the engine's warm the valves do fully open, which is quite nice, and you do get those like burbles and cracks. so good, honestly. The twin scroll just sounds so cool on the motorway when you're bombing it. It's 6th gear. It sounds really great. To be honest, it would be nice if they did make the car a 7-speed, just for motorway cruising. It'd be more comfortable. But again, the 6-speed does have tighter throws and you know, shorter ratios, so it does have a bit of a difference there. But nevertheless, it is a really lovely car, and does have a lot of punch. It just looks absolutely stunning. I just love these. They're such good value for money. You know, considering price, I think they will be collectible, because there's just nothing which really compares to the straight 6 of BMW. V6s don't really sound the same, but they sound different in a way. They just, you know, they all have their pros and cons basically. But yeah, it is very nice. Like I said, you've got the rev matching here, which is quite nice. And yeah, so I'll just give it a bit of a run. Just down this stretch of road, just to give the exhaust, you know, a bit of an opening up, and you know. But yeah, let's just give it a little bit of a rip. And as soon as the turbo punches, oh my god, you get some serious kick. High-pitched whine. Yeah, it's quite noticeable. It is just a really distinctive sound. It's only the twin scrolls come with that sound. The twin turbos just don't have that sound. The S85 don't have that. It is just really cool, and it's just it's a dream to drive. Honestly, I would definitely have this as a daily. Is just doing something there, but yeah, it is just absolutely gorgeous. It is a proper head turner. Just hear the rev match blipping. It is quite a cool feature, honestly. It just does make manual driving a bit more exciting and you know, a bit more interesting compared to the usual conventional manual. But yeah, I sort of just think these drive a lot nicer than the M235. I just think the M235, there's no rev match, and the exhaust just isn't as like burbly. Obviously the insurance is a bit more on this, and it is a little bit more expensive, but I'd happily pay the premium for an M2 over a 40 or a 35. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.